Hello, beautiful woman. I'm Francesca J. Littman of The Women's Voice Alchemist. And in this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the breath in terms of its relation to singing. So if you're wanting to reconnect with your singing voice, particularly if you're someone who has experienced some kind of trauma related to your singing voice, and by trauma, I don't mean a big trauma necessarily. It can be something as tiny as someone saying to you when you're very, very young that you don't sing very well, or that you make a horrible sound, or just stop singing even. Something that small, that we think of as small, actually as a child can have a huge impact. So when I'm talking about voice trauma, it doesn't necessarily mean something huge. But anyhow, if you're wanting to sing, if you're wanting to reconnect with your singing voice, find that loving space inside of you where you begin to enjoy your voice again, the first place that we start always is with the breath. This, for some people, perhaps seems obvious, and yet for many others, they might not have made that connection. So if you think back to when you're first born, the breath, that's what determines whether or not you have life. And when we're really, really tiny, one of the first things many babies do, not all, but many babies, is they will start to cry, and they can make a lot of sound. And the reason for this is because they are breathing with their whole body, and they're creating that sound with their whole body. So there are no filters put up. What happens later on as we go through life is that we start to create filters that may or may not be with the breath, but certainly they come with the voice. So in order to create that beautiful flow between your voice and between your breath, we need to start with the breath. So I would like to offer you today just a little moment just to go inwards. So if you just close your eyes and just start paying attention to your breath as I'm here speaking, and just notice what you feel. So notice if your breath is fast or slow, somewhere in between. Notice where you feel it in your body. Are you feeling it up high? Are you feeling it somewhere in the middle? Does it feel very low down? Just taking a few breaths and just observing what's going on with your breath. Are you breathing in through your nose and out through your nose? Or are you breathing in through your mouth or out through your mouth? All of these factors have a different result, a different way of feeling. Your breath, when you tune into your breath, you will notice that your breath can really show you where you are. And the more you connect with it, the more it shows you, even when you're not aware, when you're busy in your head. Your breath shows you. The moment that you come back to your breath, it will let you know, are you feeling relaxed? Are you feeling stressed? How do you feel in this particular situation? Is there something that you're holding on to? You thought you were relaxed, and then you go to your breath. Maybe you thought everything was cool, but then you notice with your breath, there's something you're holding on to. There's a little bit of anxiety there. So your breath really, really does tell you a lot. So just go in again. If you've opened your eyes, close your eyes again. And this time just take a deep breath and then sigh it out through your mouth. And just notice how that feels as well. Are you able to do that? Do you feel comfortable to make a sigh? Let's do it again. So breathing in either through the mouth or the nose, whatever feels right for you in this moment. And just try this a few times. Notice where you feel the sigh coming from in your body. Is it somewhere high up, or does it feel lower down? You may feel a really strong connection with your belly. And when I'm working with women and teaching them to really make that full connection with their singing voice, actually the belly, that's the place that we're aiming to work with, because it's a fully connected experience. The lower down we are in the body, the more connected we are in order to sing. So another one. Just notice what comes up for you. Maybe it's easy and free to make that sighing sound. Maybe memories come up for you about the way that people respond to you or have responded to you in the past. Remember, yawning, for example, that's another way that we're connected with our breath, with our body. And I remember as a child at school always being told off for yawning, or people saying, "Oh, am I boring you?" And what's happening then is actually with yawning, as well as this can happen also with sighing, is that we get cut off from a very natural bodily function, and we start to question it and to say that we shouldn't have that. And yet it's something that it takes place in our body because it's really, really important. It's helping us to shift energy in different ways at different times. So today and every day from now on, I would like to invite you just to take a little time, maybe just little intervals during the day, just tune into your breath, see what's going on. In future videos, I'm going to help you to go much, much deeper into the breath. But this is just an introduction for you, just if you're not already vaguely aware of connecting with your breath, to just start to make that connection with it and do so in a loving way. No judgment about what you're experiencing. Just allow yourself to have an authentic experience, whatever's happening. So, wishing you a beautiful day. Much love.